So I'd like to go ahead now and introduce our final speaker for this session, Dr. Sasha Courville, who is the Impact Officer at Bank Australia.
Good morning, everyone. I'm excited to share an announcement today that as part of Bank Australia's commitment to reach net zero emissions by 2035, we will cease funding car loans for new fossil fuel vehicles from 2025. We've been thinking about the climate impact of vehicle lending since 2004 when we launched our first carbon offset car loan. And we've been offering discounted interest rates for low emissions vehicles since 2018. So we think that the responsible thing for us to do next is to ensure that our vehicle lending is not locking our customers into higher carbon emissions and increasingly expensive running costs in the years ahead. The transition to low emissions transport impacts millions of Australians and makes every one of us a key decision maker. The choices we all make over the coming decade, or over the coming years, not the next decade, in terms of how we get around and what the choice of our next car will be, really does matter. We don't want to wait another decade to get our house in order to see an acceleration of EV uptake. We don't need to wait another decade because EV technology is ready to go. And there's so many great experiences and lessons learned from other countries that we can listen to and learn from. We can't afford to wait another decade if we're to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees. We do recognize that the market today is not perfectly set up for this transition, but this can and must change quickly. With appropriate policy and levers in place, greater EV model choice and availability will follow and prices will reduce. We also need to encourage a thriving second-hand EV market in Australia, like we're seeing in other countries as well. Why we will cease car loans for new fossil fuel vehicles from 2025, we are deeply aware of the need to support those who are not yet able to afford an EV as the market grows. So we will continue to provide loans for second-hand fossil fuel vehicles until there's a thriving, vibrant market for EVs in Australia. Ultimately, our announcement today is the beginning of a conversation with our customers and a signal to the wider market that if you're considering buying a new car sometime very, very soon, then you should seriously think about an EV, both for its impact on the climate and its lifetime costs. This mobility transition requires coordinated action on the part of many stakeholders, pretty much everybody in the room and more, and we're committed to doing our part, and we look forward to working with others to ensure that this transition happens as smoothly, as quickly, and as equitably as possible. Thank you.